Okay, so we're back. We're still looking at the long A, and we're looking at how the long A is represented in writing. Once again, your students will say, if you have students and you're teaching ESL and they want to know why is the A pronounced the way it is, you'll be able to have, at least in some cases, answers. This is what these cards and this video is to help you with, so that you don't always say, well, that's just the way it sounds. That's the way it is. That's rarely the answer. And unfortunately, we tell our native speaker children, or you know what else? I think when we teach them phonetics, when we teach them vowels and consonants and diphthongs and things, I think we teach them too early. So they really don't understand the importance of understanding sound and why words sound the way that they do. That's why many of us are such bad spellers. And that's why many of us really don't understand our own language. So let's share the screen again. I'm going to click. Once again, we have the long A. There was one thing I forgot to tell you. You see this? This is phonetic alphabet. This is a phonetic alphabet. This is how the long A is represented in phonetics. So if you spell a word phonetically, you can have two words and they both contain the A. Depending on the sound, that's the phonetic letter or letters you'll use. So if you have like back and bake, the A in bake is not represented the same as the A in back if you were to spell it phonetically. The long A sound in phonics, if you look at it and you're looking at the phonetic alphabet, is represented by these two letters, the E and the capital or uppercase I. So once again, but this time instead of having the AI, we have the AY. And this is why I said that Y is crazy, because the Y has so many different sounds. And then there are times when it doesn't have any sound. But even when it's mute, you still must include it, because otherwise the word is, if it's written, it will not be pronounced correctly, because the person is expecting one way of spelling, and you think, well, it's mute, so what's the difference? There is a difference. So here we have payable. And it's funny, right? Because the A in pay is not the same, does not have the same pronunciation as the A in able. And in phonetics, they wouldn't be written the same. But in English, in regular English that we teach and that we know, that most people know unless you study phonetics, unless you're a linguist, you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that they'd be spelled differently. May, day, say, stray, like a stray cat. Okay, and we spell okay sometimes, just the O and the K. Stay, dray, gay. Why don't you turn down your volume and see if you can pronounce the word with me? When I pronounce it, you pronounce it. Play. Now that's a word that has a lot. Not only is it pronunciation, P-L-A-Y-A, play, but it has a lot of different meanings. You know, you go outside to play, right? You play the piano, and you go to a play on Broadway. three, I would say rather distinct meanings. Probably if you speak another language, play in to go out to play would be different than play to play the piano and play the play on Broadway. Oh, and by the way, not only is it, and this is a function, this is a characteristic of English that you don't find in very many other words. Not only is play a noun, to go to see a play, right? But it's also a verb, to go outside and play, or to play the piano. Away. This is American English because the Brits spell this differently. But in American English, we spell the color gray, G-R-A-Y. They spell it G-R-E-Y. Pay. Cray, like crayfish. They look like shrimps. I'm a veggie. I'm a vegan, in fact, so I don't eat them. And they look not the best, appetizing. But there are people who swear by them. Always, you will always be my friend. Delay. I will be delayed, right? That means I won't arrive on time. Hey, which is different from, hey, how you doing? Hey, here is what you feed the horses. And I guess other animals too. I know nothing about farms. When you say, hey, how you doing? That means, that's spelled H-E-Y. Lay. Americans get this mixed up all the time. Lay and lie. When do you say lay? And then when do you say lie? And many, many times, and I have to bite my tongue because I'm an English teacher. I mean, I learned this stuff, that many times when people should be saying lie, they say lay. I'm going to lay down, and I'm going to lie down. When you do it to yourself, you lie down. But when you do it to someone else, for example, a baby, you lay down. Nobody wants to hear it when I say, you don't correct people's language. They get angry sometimes. Display. Wane. Crayon. Fray. Couple more, just a couple more. I don't think we need to show them all. I remember I was saying crayfish, jaybird, and the last one, pray, to pray. Okay, so remember, we're looking at different ways to manifest or to express the long A sound in English. And we've seen now 3 different ways. And if you notice, each time the A isn't by itself. When it ends in an E, it's interrupted by a consonant, but it's still not by itself. So this could help you to explain if you're a student or if you want to know why. This is a rule in the language. So I'm going to stop sharing again. And I'm going to say, this is Coralla Ficklin at welcome.com. And I'd like to thank you for listening to my video. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you.